Hello everyone. I would like to take this time to welcome you to our Relations and Functions video. In this video we're going to determine whether relations are functions, and we're going to look at how to identify the domain and range, and also how to use the vertical line test to determine whether a graph represents a function. So the first thing we have here, let's look at our definitions. The first definition we're going to look at is relation. A relation is any set of ordered pairs. So you've seen ordered pairs before in the form of x, y. So any set of ordered pairs would represent a relation. The domain is the first element of each ordered pair, the set of the first element of each ordered pair. So for our domain, we look at the first, the x coordinate of each ordered pair, and we list those together. Range, that will be the second element of each ordered pair. So for the range, we would list the second element, or the y, of each ordered pair in a group together. And then the relation is a function if each element of your domain is paired with exactly one element of the range. If each element of the domain is paired with exactly one element of the range. For example, if we had within our set of ordered pairs, we had 8, 2, and then we had the point 8, -3, then that would not be a function because 8 will be paired with two different elements from the range. And then finally, we can use the vertical line test to determine whether the graph, or whether a graph is a function, represents a function. If we can draw a vertical line anywhere through the graph, and it will touch more than one point at any given time that we draw that vertical line, then it is not a function. That graph does not represent a function. So one easy way to do that is to take your pencil or some straight edge and hold it vertically and then run it across, slide it across your graph. And then at any time it touches more than one point on that graph, then it's not a function. Okay, so let's look at a problem here. We're going to state the domain and range and determine if the relation is a function. So we have the relation 0, 2, 8, -7, 4, 3, and 8, -2. So our domain would include the first element of the ordered pairs. So the domain for this one would be 0, 8, and 4. And notice I don't have 8 listed twice. I just have to list it one time. So the range would be your y coordinates. 2, -7, 3, and -2. Now notice here that the 8 is paired with -7, but the 8 is also paired with -2. Since this element of my domain is paired with two separate elements of my range, this would not be a function. So this relation is not a function since the element 8 in my domain is paired with more than one element in my range. So that's how we determine whether relations are functions if we're looking at ordered pairs. Okay, let's take a look at another problem. Okay, this time we have the set 5, -4, 3, 0, -1, 5, and 8, 5. So my domain, 5, 3, -1, and 8. My range, -4, 0, and 5. So if we just look at the elements of our domain, we have 5. We have 5 is paired with a negative 4. 3 is only paired with 0. Negative 1 is only paired with 5. And 8 is only paired with 5. Although we have elements of our domain that's paired with negative 1 is paired with 5 and 8 is paired with 5 in the range, that's okay, as long as each element of our domain is only paired with one element in the range, exactly 1. 5 is only paired with negative 4. 3 is only paired with 0. Negative 1 is only paired with 5, and 8 is only paired with 5. So this is a function. And it's a function because each element in our domain is paired with exactly one element of the range. Okay, let's take a look at the use of the vertical line test. Again, the vertical line test tells us that if we could draw a vertical line anywhere through the graph and it touches more than one point on the given graph, then the graph is not a function. Well, looking at this first graph, it does not matter where I draw a vertical line, it would only touch one point at any given time for each one of those vertical lines that I draw. So yes, this first graph would be a function. Now looking at the second graph, if I draw a vertical line here, you see it touches that point and that point there, which is more than one point. So therefore, no, this would not be a function. So that's how you use the vertical line test to determine whether a graph represents a function. Alright, hope you enjoyed this video and I hope that you found it to be helpful. See you in the next one.